Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
Money.
Let's get to the
Money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty keg of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie Bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies.
And here we go.
Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio betting preview of the 2023 Home Run Derby. And ain't no two other guys I'd rather have on here than to talk this shit and break it out. Connor Mack and Mike M. C-Mac, how you doing today, my guy?
Good, my guy. Always love it. Derby day. It's a blast. And I can't wait. It should be a bunch of fun there in Seattle.
If the chat don't know, guys, y'all owe C-Mac with the pack a little extra thumbs up because he's the one who came up with the idea to at least touch it and break it down, as Jose was planning on to actually do a live bet stream, but had to do some other pub culture stuff. So shout out to C-Mac for getting this shit going, and I love talking baseball, so let's freaking do it. Mike M, my guy, glad you fucking can make it with us. You ready, my boy?
Fuck yeah, man. How can you not be ready after an intro like that? Let's go. Get these bookies.
The bookies. Fuck the bookies. Well, guys, we have 8 guys to talk about, 4 opening matchups with lots of extra side props these books are actually going to offer us today. So let's talk it out and see where each person on this panel is looking at attack or how to attack this derby. First matchup up is 1 versus 8. And we got Luis Robert Jr. of the White Sox squaring off with C-Mac's boy Adley Rutschman of the Baltimore Orioles. We got Luis Roberts as the clear-cut favorite right now as a -210, and Adley home run total for the whole tournament is strictly at a 20.5 under over. C-Mac, how you looking at this first matchup of the day?
Yeah, let's get to it. Shout out to the chat. Already got 45 in here. Hit the like. Ricky, Bobby, Nasty Nate, Spencer. We'll hit some of these. He's got Robert, Vladdy. I'll try to get through them or read through them. Some of the matchups. There's so many bets. We were just talking in the back. In the home run derby now, it's just wild. The last 4 or 5 years, they have just jumped to anything and everything. But Justin always, JW, BJ. What's going on, my man Mark Campbell? Sammy Comer, as always, Dana Delt, Ronnie Lofton, Nasty Nate. What's up, my dude? Yeah, let's get to this first one quick here. Robert first. Yeah, my guy, Adley Rutschman. Rutschman getting no love here. Dad throwing him here today. He's the biggest dog. I guess if you throw some money on him, I doubt he wins it. A lot of love for Robert in this one. But I want to look at this. You know what's a little bit wild? I was talking to Big Show in the back. I'm going to bring it up. I'll let Mike go in a minute. But both these guys, 19.5, and the juice is different with them. And Robert, plus 900 to have the most home runs first round out of everyone. It's just a little strange. The number 1 seed, has the biggest number to have the most home runs first round. And they're both at 19.5. Rutschman's under -120. I'm going to pull up Robert's. It's even a bigger difference that I was just looking at. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
but what do you think of that plus 900? Because how many is he going to have to beat Rutschman with, bro? Like,
well, that's the thing. So if Rutschman,
playoff?
Right.
yeah, do they think he goes? Because they're thinking Rutschman don't do shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
That Roberts puts his bat down and goes to the second fucking round is what they're saying to me.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they're saying with Lou Bob here, and I don't know what happens. You know, I lean to the under with Rutschman, but he could throw a curveball and rake. You know, catchers haven't done great in this derby over the years, and who knows? I mean, it's his dad throwing, so biggest wild card here, and obviously he's a massive dog.
Biggest wild card by far, far, in my opinion,
Yes.
for sure. Mike M, how you looking at the first matchup on the board?
Yeah, so I took our boy Lou Bob there to advance. I got him in a parlay at a plus 111 that we'll talk about in a minute. But Adley, we'll give him the honorable mention for getting there. I mean, maybe he'll surprise everybody. I did see it look like some of the weather factors could benefit a left-handed go, but I don't know. I mean, I think he's just happy to be there. He's got his dad throwing the ball to him. 13.4% of the tickets, 12.1% of the cash on Adley earlier today. And, books aren't really showing any kind of concern for him. I'm a little concerned that everyone kind of has the same opinion that it's just a freebie, but, Lou Bob, he's got his bitch. The coach there is throwing to him. He's got the second highest barrel rate, crushing home runs, and number one seed for a reason as the guy that's just getting the ball out of the.
Good with the slow changeups. There's a few guys. Mookie Betts we'll get to, but so's.
And then since June 1st, he's got the most home runs in. I know this is different. The competition's different, but feeling the ball going deep and feeling comfortable with his contact, he's got 12. He only ranks second behind Shohei Ohtani in terms of home runs since June 1st. So, I think Lou Bob's our guy here. I think he's the guy that's going to get through this first spot.
Real quick, Sharpie, here it is. Lou Bob, over 19.5 round one, plus 110. This is just on DraftKings. Under 19.5, minus 135. And that's Rutschman, sorry. Over 19.5, plus 110. Under, minus 135. And that's moved. It was like minus 110 4 or 5 hours ago. And Lou Bob's over 19.5 round one, plus 135, and is under 19.5, minus 165. So
Rutschman goes first right there, bro. If he don't hit 18, then Roberts ain't getting 20.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck, bro. You're really banking on Rutschman right there if you looking to bet it like that. But like you guys said, I've got freaking Lou Bob is my fucking anchor too, guys. That's one of my main piece bets today. It's just him getting out the first round. Hook to Vladdy to get out the first round. And Lou Bob is the anchor. Watch him be the guy who fucks everybody in this fucking eye hole today. Because, we did our homework. We not one of us talked about the Derby together, bro. So everybody's hooking Lou Bob up. So don't let us down, my guy. It's that damn simple. You should get to the next round. No fucking problem. The next matchup, guys, is going to meet up with the winner of the Roberts Jr. and Rutschman matchup, and that's a matchup of 4 versus 5. And we got Adolis Garcia as a minus 145 favorite to beat Randy Arozarena, and the comeback on him is plus 110. Mike M, how you looking at this one?
I'm on Arozarena here. One of the things that I was reading as I was doing some research for this thing is nice about not having a full card today is that you can really dig in and do some research on 8 guys. He just played in Seattle, right? Tampa-Seattle matchup. And he had 2 or 3 home runs, 2 home runs in 3 games. Spent his time in the batting practice pre-games, getting ready, getting the feel for the field itself. And here's a guy that's at a dog price to advance. I like Arozarena here to get it done. And I've got him, I'll talk a little bit about some futures or some expected final matchups as well, but I've got him to advance through this first round. And I think he's going to go deep. So I'm all over Randy.
I like that look as well. C-Mac, how you looking at Arozarena and Garcia?
Man, I thought this was like a little bit, maybe the most intriguing matchup. Because the next round, I think one of these guys could get to the finals. That's what I think at their price. Garcia to win it, depending on how you want to bet it, 8, 9 to 1, and Arozarena more than that, 11 to 1 or so. Yeah, I like the price a little bit with Randy Arozarena plus 120 to get out of here. I'm going to touch on these guys later. I just think one of them could get hot, and I'm going to take him longest home run, but we'll touch on that later. Huge price.
So a couple numbers I saw for Garcia particularly here. As I was looking at it, he's slumping right now. He's 0 for 6 in his last 6 when it comes to home runs. 0 for 25 at bats for a home run in Seattle as well for Garcia. So, I just don't think it's as much as he's got the numbers and he's doing well in the home run count this year. I just don't think he's got enough to overshadow the other thing here. When you look at the way the scoring goes for this thing and the way these guys get the extra time when they get over 450 yards on a whack. His max distance is 432 on a home run for Garcia. So I don't know that he gets a lot of extra opportunity to crack that ball. And that's going to be critical when it comes to that 15 to 20 home run count in that first round, to get over that 20 mark, which should help you certainly advance. You're going to have to get a lot of bonus time. And I just don't see that he's going to have enough distance to be able to get the bonus time.
We've got almost 80 up in here, and we only got 30 likes, man. Do me a favor and smash that like button, as we are doing this out of the generous of our own heart, because we ain't getting a fucking penny. We want to do this because we fucking want to do this. So I think Adolis Garcia is the wild card on this, guys. I think he can win this whole fucking thing, and nobody's speaking about the guy today. This is a big boy event, guys. This is an event where you need that endurance, that extra body, guys. Like you said, the farther you hit it, the more pitches you get as well, because the ball's technically got to land before you could swing again, unless you're Bryce fucking Harper. But we're not going to count that year, right, guys? Fuck. But I'm definitely looking at one of these guys. I might just wait till they get out and then just bet them to win it wherever the books have them there. But, I think I love me some Randy Arozarena. I think he's going to show up. He shows up when the stage is biggest. That's what that dude does. We watched the World Baseball Classic. Who was shining then? Randy Arozarena. That dude shined when he was put in the World Series. Like, this dude loves being in front of a fucking camera. I just wish it was versus a Yankee so he could pull his pants down afterwards, because he'd do it. He'd do it. This is the same guy who took a pose at the Yankees dugout, to get paid 3 more times afterwards, bro. This guy loves being on the big stage. And I just think whoever exits this obviously they only got to beat one guy, but I just think nobody's talking about these two to get to the finals. And
exactly. Randy goes first too. The 5, real quick question in the chat.
Randy's gonna go first, so I actually think he's gonna go off. So I would look towards fucking Garcia's home runs over if you think he's gonna stay up, because I expect Arozarena to put on a show. And like Mookie, guys, these are 2 little guys. They're gonna take a lot of a lot of fucking momentum to generate the power of their swing over and over and over and over, guys. First round shouldn't bother them. It's going to be the second or third that I think it's going to bother the smaller guys, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's just a big boy event. And these little guys, bro, it takes fucking a lot of energy to generate that power. So, Well, we finished up, guys, with the first side, at least of the main parts. Who do you got coming out of this second round? Meeting up in the second round and ending up in the finals? C-Mac, who you got on this one coming out of this? We'll call it the west side of the bracket.
So same bracket here we're sticking to?
Same side of the bracket.
I don't know.
We got Roberts going versus somebody, but who
I don't know. I think Lou Bob obviously seems just like he's going to coast there. But I kind of like Arozarena, from there.
What's
to get to the final.
Just to get to the finals? Like, isn't that going to be like +6, 5, 6? That should
probably 5 or 6. It's here, yeah.
That might be the way I do look at it, because fuck, dude, little guy to beat that side is going to be scary.
Plus 325, I think.
Yeah, plus 310 on DraftKings. I like Randy. I'm with you guys. I think Randy gets it done. As a finalist, I think that's a great spot at the plus 310, plus 325 number that you can get out there. I like him. I think you said it all. He's a big show guy. He likes to show up when it counts, and I think he's got the practice and the agility at this point to get through this first side and be the representative out of the West.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you. I am scared of Luis Roberts, as I don't think he's going to put much effort into the first round, so he's going to have some stamina just sitting there. And that might end up being it, because this could be one of those matchups where they're going at it. This is the one no one's talking about, where it might be that one that everybody's cheering about. So, yeah, I think that's the wild card. Who comes out of the freaking Arozarena has a legit shot at winning this fucking thing. And there's real good plus money on both those boys. So, yeah. Now we're going to head on over, guys, to the big boy part of the bracket. And we got the matchup of matchups of first round matchups, guys. 2 versus 7. And that's 2 of the last 3 home run derby champs, Pete Alonso versus the hometown kid himself, Julio Rodriguez, where Alonso was a -1 favorite to take down Julio. Mike M., who you got in this? And do you got the balls to fade Pete in the first round?
Yeah, I faded him and then some. I think I got Pete on the fade and the decline all around here. It's a situation for me where I don't think Alonso's been right after he had that wrist injury, and all his numbers are kind of trending downward. And in this case here, I just don't think he's got enough to get it done. I mean, he's got the experience, we know that, and he's in the situation where he's 2-3. It's also a revenge spot. So in terms of confidence, they played in the semifinals last year. It was J-Rod versus Alonso, and J-Rod smacked his bottom like a little baby, sent him to bed. And, certainly I see Ron Laughlin threw it out there in the chat with Alonso under 42.5. That's a spot that I took as well. I just think that there's some mitigating injuries to the wrist of Alonso that are going to hamper his overall ability to perform here, especially when it comes to that recoil and having to kind of get going on a timer and try to keep smacking as hard as you can. I just don't think he's going to, I like to fade the favorite in this case. I like to fade the favorite most of the time, but in this case here, I feel like it's really compelled. I've got Julio Rodriguez to get out of the first round at plus 140 earlier today as well. So I think that's all good money. I like J-Rod all over the place.
Yeah, granted, guys, a lot of these lines I'm bringing up to you are janky-ass offshores that I have to use. So these 2 gentlemen right here are going to give you the better value lines when they're talking. It is what it is. Life's a bitch and you marry one, and these offshores like to bend you over with no Vaseline. So C-Mac with the pack. Who you looking at in the big boy matchup?
Yeah, at least, we know Alonso, this is his type shit, and he's probably going to give it his all. Like you talked about, already won a couple. But Julio got him last year. The only thing is a little bit, I guess, the pressure here, being at home, but I don't really buy it. And his pitcher, the coach, it just seemed they were the best in sync last year, just feeding him. It was just, the most strikes, too, just bullets there for Julio. And I like it, too. Plus 140, you could still get plus 135 at a lot of spots for Julio to get Alonso. And I think that's the way to roll here in round 1. But I wouldn't be surprised if Alonso wins, But I think there's just a ton of value.
And I think I read that Julio's got the most ticket count in terms of advancing through the first round. So they are showing.
Oh, yeah, he's getting all the love.
Oh, yes, bro. I think
both guys should be, though.
We started this chat off with everybody saying they were on J-Rod, and I was just like, oh, fuck. I'm glad I haven't met him yet. I'm one of those guys who panics. Mike, where is all the money at on this one? You brought it up on the first one. Go ahead.
In terms of the overall ticket count, 60% of the cash is on J-Rod to advance through the first, 15.5% of the tickets, 19.2% of the money on J-Rod to come through this thing and get it done. And they're reflecting that in the line. It opened up earlier today at plus 550. It's down to plus 450. Some spots I've even seen it move to 400. So the books are showing concern that I think it's their second biggest liability on the card, but it's fitting these 2 guys are matched up in the in the first round here. So that should be a lot of fun to watch. This is definitely must keep your eyes on the TV for this one.
Yeah, and with the pitcher, we'll see if it's a big deal or not. Maybe it helps him. This guy grooves it, or it could be, not great for Alonso.
There's 2 people that need this home run derby, kind of like how Soto did last year. They were just coming in and they weren't the same type of guy. Julio Rodriguez wouldn't be at the All-Star game, guys, this year if it wasn't for the home run derby. This is a spot for him to get right, bro, in my opinion, as well, to turn his season around from where he's been at. And ain't nothing like winning a home run derby to get you feeling better. So I'm actually going to dodge this first matchup and just watch it myself. I can't believe I saw Pete Alonso, I believe it was last year, doing fucking squats, like fucking weighted barbell squats in between matchups, bro. Like, didn't we just talk about this being an endurance thing, and this fuck's out here lifting weights in between, bro? You're taking it a little too serious, bud, and I hope you fucking lose. Fucking, come on, bro. Have some fun, you fucking polar bear. Jesus Christ, dude, put a smile on your face. Damn.
Hey, shout out to our chat, man. We got over 100 live viewers on this impromptu home run derby stream.
Hey, bro, that's because it's the derby. Everybody wants to bet the fucking derby, and we ain't talking horses, fellas. It's the home run derby. We got some real hogs out here today. Woo! So let's get on over to that other matchup, guys. And that last matchup of the first round, guys, may be my favorite first round matchup. And that's 3 versus 6. It's Mookie Betts squaring off what may be my favorite to get out of the side of the bracket, and that's Guerrero Jr. And Guerrero's coming in, guys, as one of the biggest favorites of any first round matchups, and that's at a -230 to get to the next round with comeback on Mookie at +170. C-Mac, you looking to back Mookie here?
This is the second one. We talk about Rutschman with Mookie. And his total in this first round is 22.5. They think he's going to be good, is it early? Can he get 23? That, like, if he's hot, he clears that, but that's pretty high. We're seeing a lot of 19.5s, 20.5s, and Mookie, is that high. I mean, Vladdy's 22.5. Let me check. Sorry, I misspoke there. Vladdy's 22.5, but I think Mookie's right under there. I got to pull it back up. Vladdy, how all year, this guy his swing's been off. Is he going to get corrected here in the Derby? Maybe. It suits him well, but that's the big question mark with both these guys. I love, Mookie Betts fan. I'd like to see him do well, and I think it'd be early. We talked about him wearing out. He loves to hit curveballs and changeups. You know that. He's one of the better guys in the league, and he's red hot right now, hitting home runs all over the place. So, man, tough one here. I really don't have a look in this one.
Yeah,
let me look this up. The Vladdy.
Super tough one though, man. Like, realistically, this is the -230 favorite that might get popped in the fucking mouth. Rutschman deserves to be a 230 dog. Vladdy, I get it. Vladdy and batting practice, which this is a different beast, but we've got a guy coming in hotter than fish grease and Mookie Betts versus Vladdy Guerrero, who needs this to turn his fucking shit around, guys. At the end of the day, I think he has 13 home runs on the year. Are you Vladdy Guerrero? Mookie Betts is fucking leading you in the home run category, bro. My 5'8" leadoff man. Oh, yeah. What?
Real quick on it. 22.5 over -115. The under's -110. And then Mookie's 19.5 over +100. Maybe jump on that if you
I think that's
Mookie,
the bet right there, bro. I think Mookie's going to – obviously, Mookie goes first. I think Mookie gets 20. I think Mookie gets fucking 20 the first round. But maybe I'm fucking just a homer. And that could,
go ahead, Mike.
Definitely happen.
I'll tell you what, this is the second leg of the parlay that I had there. So they gave DraftKings had a little 50% parlay boost on the home run derby today. So I got Lou Bob and Vladdy to get out of the first round, and I got it to a +163. I just think it's a situation where two things going on, right? We talked about the bonus. We know Vladdy likes to hit bombs. Where he's been struggling this year in his pitching has to do with the variation of pitches coming outside the plate and his inability to stay off. Well, these are going to be, slow pitch softballs that are coming in underhand. He's going to be lighting these things up. I think he's going to be catching the distance props and everything else that goes along with it. When you look at Mookie, as much as he's crushing the ball and hitting home runs, he's a fan favorite. He's running his mouth about how excited he is, and he's got his favorite coach of all time and Clayton out there, throwing him the softballs. But, Mookie's average home run distance is 396 yards. That's nowhere near the necessary number to get the extra pitches. On top of that,
he won't get the extras probably, for sure.
And I was looking at the stat that's kind of an interesting one for this contest is doubted home runs. And he's leading the league in doubted home runs when it comes to the distance of the home run he's hitting in correlation or relation to the ballpark. And there's only, I think, one of 7 ballparks where he hits the home run number, and it's actually a true justified home run number. So when it comes to doubted home runs, he's leading the league out there, as well as Garcia. So the two guys there must be playing out of a lot of short parks, and they're getting home runs and they're catching breaks from it. I think there's favorable wind conditions here, where I saw that that wind is kind of leading out into left field, if I'm not mistaken, left center. So Mookie's pulling in the direction that's going to be favorable for him this year more than any year in the past. But, I think a great spot to look here as well is Mookie's home run, the longest home run under 459.5. It's going to be a little bit juiced, but the numbers just don't indicate that he's going to come out here and throw 460 on the card, right? So 459.5 under. His longest this year is 426, and I told you guys he's averaging 396. So, all in all, the numbers don't necessarily support a Mookie spot. I don't know how Vladdy goes deep, but I do really like that two-leg advance in the first round parlay with Lubov and Vladdy. So we'll see what happens.
Man, you and your legal fucking books, bro. I got that at a plus 110, and we didn't talk beforehand, and that was my bet coming into here as well, bro. I got plus 110 with those two to get out, and I'm actually maybe looking at arbitraging it and at least getting action at ways of winning both, and that's taking Mookie's home runs over. There's no way Rutschman's beating me. Yeah. I'll tell you that. Now, if Mookie does get over his home run and Vladdy still beats him, then I double up. Wop, bop, bop, bop. So I think that actually may be the way to bet it, bro. Just watch fucking Lou Bob get out and then attack Mookie's home runs over and cash a little both. If not, at least still got the plus money on the other side. And then we hang on in with some funds to the next round. Go ahead, C-Mac.
Oh, nothing. It's just Mookie gets the bonus. I mean, this, like Alonso, this is set up perfect for a guy like Vlad. Just big dude, throwing BP. This isn't the big leagues. They're not seeing sliders.
Something I learned about Seattle is Mike Trout has the best ever batting average for a player to go to Seattle. I think the dude hit like 450, and I'm like, why does this dude hit so well in Seattle? Well, if you look out in left field, shout out to the homie who just dropped a dono. Appreciate you, Arthur, my guy. Without you guys, bro, we wouldn't even be here. So, appreciate over 110 people showing up for our Derby breakdown. And, I just think fucking at the end of the day, Mookie. Don't fuck me. That's all I got to say about Mukleta. Well, guys, that's the big part of the bracket. Who do you got meeting up and coming out of this side, C-Mac? We've got the Hogs on this side, and they're not giving us a lot of love. I personally can't bet no one to win this at plus 400 or under. I'm not betting that much money on a guy to win it for first off. So what's $25-$50 going to get me, And I'm also not one of the guys who's looking to spread it out between 2-3 people, as that shit just don't fucking work, bro. You just got to hammer one guy if you like it or bet the rounds. And I'm going to look to bet the rounds probably. And just keep going round by round.
I'm not betting it here. I mean, I think it's out of Alonso and Julio. So unless Vlad
I think it's Vladdy, bro, because Vladdy was here 2 years ago. And who was throwing the ball to him? It was his coach that he got today, Snideker, bro. So he's got the guy where, dude, the dude did damage. How many home runs did he hit that first round? Whatever, bro. He went 37, bro. It was something stupid. Wore himself out the first time. But what I was
don't get worn out.
Is right-handed batters see the ball better with the layout in the background at Seattle's ballpark. You've got a whole left field with a black draped curtain, like literally just black, out in left field in between the two stands, where in right field you see all stands and the ball comes in with the colors. So you seriously get to see the ball so well as a right-handed bat in Seattle. There's the backdrop, bro, is just nothing but a black screen and a baseball for you. So I think it's going to favor the right-handed batters.
Maybe it's so bland. We'll talk about this ballpark still doesn't get a lot of home runs, and not that it's huge or anything. And there's been a little bit better with lefties, but I don't see really advantage to either side.
It helps that it's somewhat during the day, because the colder that this bark gets, the ball just don't go out, bro.
It won't right there.
Seattle, God damn it. This is where balls go to die. I've seen fucking Yordan Alvarez blast the shit out of fucking Gonzalez, and I'm cheering, and that shit dies at the warning track, bro, where that's flying out of any other ballpark. So
we'll see. We'll touch on that here getting to the end. What balls are they going to bring out here?
I think the juice balls are fucking out, bro. Let's
maybe.
Be real, bro. If not, they're going to bring them out for Rutschman to make sure everybody don't get that Lou Bob. But Mike M, who you got
Hey.
meeting up in this finals coming out of this end?
So a couple thoughts here. First of all, I'm not a big guy that preaches on multiple books and line shopping, but there's some huge discrepancies or variance across all these books today. You guys talked about it earlier. A couple of spots that I took where, this will speak to who I think is going to come out of this opportunity is I've got J-Rod and Randy matched up for the finals here, and I think J-Rod's going to pull it out. Quick note of the discrepancy or variance in books. J-Rod to beat Randy is plus 3,000 on DraftKings. It's plus 2,000 on FanDuel. So if you're going to look at an opportunity to open a new account, maybe catch that bonus that they throw out there and seed some money that you have out there to play with as we move deeper into the baseball season and then get ready for football, this is probably a good time if you don't have access to a couple of those other books to throw some money down. And it doesn't have to be big money, but you can catch some really lofty numbers out there. And I do think it's going to be a situation where I like J-Rod to advance. I've got him and Randy to meet in the finals at plus 1,400. So I did take J-Rod to be the guy that advances at plus 290 to meet in the final. I did not play the Randy 310, but I did take J-Rod and Randy to meet in the final matchup at plus 1,400. And again, I already kind of gave you guys my head fake on that there, where I'm looking at J-Rod to win the whole thing against Randy at plus 3,000 as well. So that's what's exciting about it. You can really make just a couple of dollars investment, and you can still come up with a big score and still move a couple of units in the right direction. So
this is horse racing with baseball, baby.
We got exactly, yeah.
Big shots, bro. You hit the shots.
Yeah.
All right, my guys. C-Mac, you looking at any other side props in this, longest home run, anything of that nature that these books are offering? As it's kind of like the Super Bowl, man. They're going to offer us 1,000 bets because any action to them is good action at the end of the day. They want as many bets placed.
The popularity of this thing is taking off as well. So there's definitely going to be more and more props as we see this thing evolve. A couple other spots I shared already. I've got the Pete Alonso under 42.5 home runs. There was a prop that I took where it's Vladdy and Lubab each to get 20 plus home runs in the first round at plus 300. So a couple of looks that I had there had some plus money scores kind of correlating with my parlay. And again, I like that J-Rod Randy matchup. I did double back though. I did play a J-Rod to beat Garcia. It was plus 2,000. That's moved down to plus 1,750 in some books. So they are showing a little concern about that potential matchup as well. To your point, Sharpie, I'm not going to sprinkle it around the board on everybody. My horse on this one here is J-Rod. I did take a little opportunity. I don't want to call it a hedge, but it's enough to cover if Randy does end up pulling it out for me. As far as the two straight up guys to win. So J-Rod and Randy. Randy was plus 1,200 when I got him. And then I got plus 550 earlier today with J-Rod. So I'm sure those numbers have moved a little bit, but you got to do some line shopping here, guys, especially we're not playing with maybe everybody isn't, but certainly full unit spots, not so much as it is an opportunity to really catch those monster payouts in the exacta and trifecta horse world here. So plus 3,000s, plus 2,000s, manage it appropriately. Keep an eye on your bankroll. It's not anything to go crazy on, just to have a little bit of fun, but there's some huge scores and opportunities here to get paid.
Yeah. C-Mac, any extra side props you looking at here?
I did, but to touch on, I haven't done any of these, the exacta who will be in this. But if you do like one guy, you think he's going to win, like let's say Julio, take him against Arozarena, 20-1. Take a couple of them, like Mike just mentioned. Just take a few of those from the other side of the bracket, and you could cash at these huge numbers, 25-1, 28-1.
So.
Yeah.
And then in terms of trends, I did see that the NL has won the home run derby the last 5 years. So something to keep an eye on. If it's red, it's got to be black eventually. I don't know. AL looks like
real quick, the NL too is plus still around 220 around there. Two guys, but the only good thing is they're on the same side of the bracket. So that all four is on the left, and we got Mookie and Alonso on the right. So if you're a big Alonso guy, or maybe like Mookie, think the NL can win that, there you go. I'm just saying. So
damn, I'm looking at a side prop right now. I won't even bet it at plus 600 for all these fucking four guys to get out the first round. To me, there ain't no value in that, dude. Four guys to get out the first round at plus 600. Suck my balls, books. But they're gonna offer you 100,000 bets, guys, and like literally, bro, you got to think, what's the value on that? Is that worth it at the end of the day, bro? And in my eyes, I don't give a fuck how many of these favorites are. I'd rather just single bet the one guy that I'm gonna need than take a plus 600 4-leg parlay right there, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, Vegas was built on parlays, guys.
They love this.
Bink, and then you get kicked in the nuts, bro. Like, fuck that, bro. I'm not here to do that. I do got my 2-pick, and I love me Vladdy getting out the first, and I love Luis Roberts getting out the first. Now,
real quick, let me touch on Stimmy here. You know, I don't know if he wins it, but that's up to you. To take Rutschman. That'd be insane if he did. Real quick, let's get to mine. I got plus 120. I think there's a little value. We saw a few more last year, and it might not happen, but I'm willing to throw a few bucks. Plus 120 over the half, swing off. We could get a tie here. I think it's worth to put some on that. Yeah, Mike.
No, I said I saw that. I like that look. I had my eyes on it. Obviously, the plus money attracted me to it, but
yeah. I don't need to go crazy, but I think it's worth it. I think we could get something close, and we've seen it the last few years. Like last year, had a lot more than normal. I think there was 3 of them. But
I think we got some big boppers in this, man. 276.5 looks fucking mighty tempting. I know that's a lot. I know that's a fucking lot. But dude, we've got like 4 hogs on this, bro. This ain't a bunch of little. This ain't fucking pool holes out there, bro. This ain't Ichiro.
So I looked at that number too, and I did some research, kind of going back the previous couple of years. Now the numbers are trending downward, but in 2019 there were 312 home runs hit. I don't know why I couldn't get 2020. Maybe I had too many cocktails. 2021,
COVID.
Okay, that makes sense. 2020. How quickly I forget the COVID years. 2021, 309 home runs hit, and then last year 297. So it is trending down, but it's still 20 runs on top of. If you factor in some weather elements and the fact that it's Seattle, I still like that over 276.5. I think that's pretty good money, and it's at roughly a minus 110. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, you just gave me the stats to back it up, bro. That's 3 years in a row this has gone over, and I think this may be the most stacked field we've been in.
Comfortably over as well, which is there's one that I took earlier today that's not out there anymore. Was the home run derby winner to be a first time winner. It was plus 250 this morning when I was on the show there, the daily sesh there, but or the Monday Medicate Monday sesh, but I don't see it anymore. So they obviously felt like they got enough action on that thing, and a first timer. There's a lot of first timers in the field, so if you can look around and still see a first timer to win the overall home run derby contest, I think is it 5 or 6 brand new guys in the field out there. So that seems like, unless it's going to be the polar bear coming through and stomping on everybody.
Yeah, but you don't got J-Rod, you don't got polar bear, you don't got Vladdy. I mean, those are 3 studs.
But I don't think two of those 3 guys don't get it done.
All on one side though of the bracket.
Yeah,
you're right, bro.
That's the key.
Crazy. That's the key here is they are all on one side.
So, yep, exactly. Yeah. Here, let me hit the last couple. Before we'll hit up maybe a couple of guys, what they have in the chat. Someone mentioned Rutschman. I think it's tough, and I'd lean to his under 19.5. I haven't bet it, so I can't say I'd bet that, but and if he went out and hit 22, good for him, and I still might make the bet. I took this though, like a day and a half ago. I took the under 494.5. Now it's 490.5. It's minus 140, or now all the way down to 488.5. You can get that right around even money, minus 105. Who knows? Judge hit one, 483 last year, the longest home run ever in this ballpark. We talked about how it dies. I know the wind is a tiny bit out, like Mike, we were talking about 7 miles an hour. But still, I mean, I'd be shocked if someone hits it 500 feet or 498. So I took that bet to the under in this one, and if I get beat on it, I get beat on it. But
the value there, bro. But like, it's still either.
I still think at 488 or 490. It's just now the juice with it here. If you want to know my minus 140 at 490.5, I think it'll be close. But home runs don't go travel there.
I mean, I know home runs ain't hot dogs, but Pete jumped on the fucking hot dog eating contest 3 hot dogs too late to the under, and he's like, there's still value in it. I don't fucking care that I missed the number. They're not coming close to this number. Like, and at the end of the day, just because you lost 4 or 5, I still don't think they're coming close. Like, if you want to go under, don't be like, oh, well, I don't got that number.
The biggest thing, Sharpie, too, I think with this is the ball. Unless the ball is juiced, then They did that though, like 7, 8 years, 10 years ago. Like that's the only thing where we start seeing. If we start seeing 500-foot 12 home runs from some guy, it's like, wow. It's
If Adley Rutschman leads this off,
yeah,
with the
okay, yeah,
25 piece,
exactly.
bro, just pray to the gods and start betting everything over, bro. Like,
real quick, longest home run, too much value. Julio, 7-1. Come on, he hit some bombs last year. I love this number, 7-1. Julio Rodriguez, longest home run out of the whole competition. And I'm going to take one more, even though he might not get it. Arozarena, it's 11-1. Just put a little on that. But I think Julio's
like
the best
of those
number.
Guys right there. Julio generates the most fucking velocity on his swing. It's like 99 miles per hour that this fool puts in his body torque-wise, bro. He explodes into a fucking ball.
Yeah, and there's others, like on slower pitches, if you go through other, like Mookie, but he doesn't hit it that far. Or you look at Alonso or Vlad, and and that's why they're the favorites. They're whatever they are, 2-1, 3-1. So I like Julio.
Vladdy hit that bitch out of a park on a goddamn tee one time.
Oh,
bro.
Yeah. If Vladdy wins this, I'm not. That's it.
A ball out the park on a tee, bro. Holy shit, bro. I can't even get it out the infield. So, yeah, I suck at baseball, but I'm good at betting it. But, Mike M, my guy, what you looking at? Anything extra, or are you done looking at it? That's the way you going.
No, I think we covered it up and down the order there. So again, I just think it's an opportunity to really go for some scores, have fun with it, get a cocktail, spend some time getting excited about this thing here. I'm excited. I love spending time with guys that are excited like me with this thing here. So you guys are exceptional at what you do, and I'm appreciative of the opportunity to come on here and talk about it with you guys. This is gonna be some fun tonight, and we should be able to make some money out of this thing too. I like that Julio longest. I like the Randy longest too. Great numbers not to take advantage of those, C-Max. So thanks for pointing those things out, man.
It's a big show. Oh.
Look like Big Show joining the show too as well today, guys.
Yes.
Who you want?
Hey, there he is.
Yo, what up?
The showist?
Yo, what up?
What up, my guy? What up?
We got to run around screening for this guy.
Yeah, I'm back
We got
again.
a ringer coming in. Who you on today, my guy?
Hell yeah, he's got to have some Jack. He's got to have some
That's
dog.
what I got. I got Julio to win it outright, plus 450. Lou Bob to win it outright, plus 500. I got Lou Bob and Julio to meet in the finals, plus 950. And then and Julio to beat Lou Bob, plus 1,600 in the finals.
This is Big Show's dream fucking shit right here, guys. Big Show bets plus money for the most part. Yeah, he's over here like, this is real plus money. Woo! Well, it's the Big Show. Yeah, no, but I knew you were gonna have to pop on with that.
Back in my sport car guys, man. I got to back the sport car guys. Julio's, one of the biggest clients, Sport Fanatics, coming up. It's gonna be he's the face of the sport card industry now in the baseball world. Like, it would only look good for him to win it, and he put up a good show last year. So, and Lou Bob's built for this, I think. I think Vladdy's got the best body for this, but I think Lou Bob has probably got the best physique for it, if that makes sense.
And the easiest route, let's be real. I mean, Lou Bob's got a lot of things going for him that favors him in this for sure, in my opinion as well. Before we freaking say goodbye to everybody and we all go off on our own way to watch this home run derby, let's say goodbye, but let's run it through the chat, guys. Without you guys, we wouldn't even be here. Ricky Bobby, Real Deal Prime, the dude who's in every chat before you even think about hitting that click button. TNT, Russia Jr. Russia or Russia? Ron Lofton, my guy. Appreciate you. Spenny Penny Bobs. Almost football time, my guy. Almost football time. Perky Sanderson. I like Perky Tatas, bro, but let's get it, my guy. J. Rowe, my dude. Everybody who showed up, guys, appreciate you. We pulled in over 120 on a random fucking let's talk about the home run derby. So that means most people give a fuck about the home run derby, guys. Maybe not the All-Star game, as I will not bet a fucking penny on a game that nobody.
And we won't be on.
No, you ain't gonna see us talking. Who you got on the All-Star game? They don't give a fuck about who wins. I don't give a fuck who. I'm not putting my money on guys who don't give a fuck. These guys in the derby give a fuck. They all want to win this thing. This is a bragging rights, bro. This is about being that dude, being that dog. So, C-Mac, tell these fine young people where to find you.
Well, see you later.
Back of the day. Yeah, I wish I had one, but I can rip through my bets.
What do you
I don't
mean
have a
Jack
guy.
of the day? This is Jack of the fucking year.
I know. Well, that's for the day. It doesn't mean I have to put my money on it. But I got plenty of bets. I told you the swing off, the plus 120, the under 194.5, and I endorse it to 490.5. The only thing is that's now the juice. If you have a problem with it, the longest homer, Rodriguez 7, plus 700, Arozarena 11-1. Arozarena to get out plus 120, but I wouldn't. I mean, if Garcia won, it wouldn't be crazy. And Rodriguez too. I got to take him at that plus 140 price. Still out there 130s, right around there to get Alonso. So I took him to get out of the first. And fuck it, I'll be maybe betting live. You know what's going on. That's the beautiful thing, this day and age, baby.
Beautiful thing. That's the way I'm gonna look. Whoever exits that Arozarena Garcia, I'm gonna take a shot on them to win it, bro. And I'll still get some good plus money, bro. But I'm not the type who wants to bet them both beforehand, and you'll still get good money. I mean, what plus fucking 8 to 12, depending on who wins for you. So I mean, yeah, I'm just not trying to spread it out thin, and I'm gonna attack matchup by matchup or just watch the matchup and
that's how I feel. I mean, there just
have
wasn't
a little fun. My main bets personally was like Mike, I'm on that Garcia and Vladdy to get out the first. And then I did bet the over 276.5 total home runs while we were talking. Mike brought up the numbers of the last few years. Granted, COVID he couldn't find because he forgot there was COVID, but it wasn't that long ago.
It's past him. He didn't know what happened.
He fucking ate it, bro. He's like, COVID?
Real anyways.
But Mike M, let them know your bets. Let them know where they could find you and what you got going on. And I ordered salmon, not salmon steak.
Listen, first and foremost, shout out to you guys in the chat, man. Over 100 plus here, showing up for a home run derby live stream. Do us a favor. Please hit that like button here, right? It just helps us keep us on top of the game and helps keep everybody aware of what we're doing here at Pub Sports Radio. I'll give you guys the rundown here. I've got J-Rod to win the whole thing. I got him at plus 550. I did sprinkle a little Randy to win as well at plus 1,200 earlier. I've got J-Rod taking the advantage in the first round at plus 140. J-Rod, Randy final matchup at plus 1,400. I've got J-Rod to beat Randy at plus 3,000. I did back play J-Rod to beat Garcia at plus 2,000. Alonso under 42.5 home runs. You know the parlay that Sharpie talked about with Lou Bob and Guerrero to advance through the first round. I like that Mookie Betts longest home run under 459.5 as well. You guys heard my total over 276.5. And I'm going to tail on some of those C-Max spots as well with Randy and J-Rod to get those long home runs. So
I like that under Mookie.
I think I'm gonna fucking tail that J-Rod, bro. I do like that.
The numbers just make a ton of sense. The numbers make a ton of sense, and the juice kind of correlates with it. So, guys, be smart and have fun with it. It's all about having fun here, and this is a situation where you can throw a couple dollars down and get some really big returns. So, shout out.
It's the Derby, baby. Come on, everyone wants to see someone go yak.
Derby, bro. And we actually know these guys where we don't know the horses. Okay, we fucking know these guys. All right. So if they lose my money, they may get DMs of my nutsacks or not. That's between me, my God, and the person who gets that text message. So Big Show, you jumped on too. Tell these fucks where they can find you and what you got going on.
You can find me at Big Show Picks on Twitter.
It's a big show.
Big show. It's the big show. It's going to be a big, bad show tonight. Have a great day, guys. Until next time, guys, I'm Sharpie's Bets. That's C-Mac with the pack. That's Mike M. And we're on Pub Sports Radio.
Fuck the
We be pubbing.
We be pubbing.